owes my family an apology.
Maurice Scott never thought it would come to this. For years, he built the image of being the reliable husband, the man with discipline, the one fans of Love and Marriage Huntsville often pointed to as the grounded partner in the storm of reality TV chaos. But when lies pile up and secrets begin to leak, even the strongest walls eventually crumble. And this time, they collapsed right on top of Maurice. See, Kimmi Scott had been quiet for too long. She carried her battles with grace, fought through illness with courage, and stayed patient when whispers about her husband's behavior spread like wildfire online. But silence is not the same as weakness. And when Kimmi finally reached her breaking point, she didn't just speak up. She let the truth out with the kind of calm fury that can shake an entire foundation.
I think some of the stuff needs to be addressed. Like all that extra behind the scene talking with your friends and all that, and you can't say it to a person. Yeah, that's like, yeah, you need to say it to them.
The shocking truth? Maurice's alleged affair wasn't some baseless rumor cooked up by haters. It was real, dirty, and far closer to home than anyone expected. And when it came out, Kimmi didn't hold back. She went off, and this time, the world was watching. Fact: Kimmi's journey with Maurice wasn't built overnight. She wasn't just his wife, she was his partner through thick and thin. From the very beginning, fans saw her as the woman who stood strong while supporting her husband's dreams. She wasn't loud, she wasn't messy, she carried herself with elegance. That's why this scandal hits differently, because if anyone deserved loyalty, it was Kimmi.
Honey, and before you get on social media, TV, YouTube, talking about what you think you know, maybe reach out to the people that you're about to talk about and ask maybe if it's true or not. Because it can land you in trouble when you speak of people that's not true.
Their story began with so much hope. Maurice was ambitious, career-driven, always chasing new ventures. Kimmi was the calm to his storm, the balance in his hectic schedule. Together, they looked like the couple who had it figured out. And for a while, it worked. But behind every Instagram post and every polished episode, there were cracks. It started small, late nights explained as business meetings, trips out of town that didn't quite match up with the timeline, changed passwords, a certain distance that wasn't there before.
Everyone has a point, and sometimes it's hard to hear.
Her eyes are moist too.
When she said, "I'm sorry, I love you," yeah, we thought they had a turning point in St. Thomas. Like by the time we got back, things were very different. Than the energy, Destiny had by the time we got back was different than what we thought we saw while we were there.
Kimmi, being who she is, didn't lash out. She didn't drag him online or play the messy reality TV card. She observed. She took notes. And when whispers started spreading about Maurice being seen in places he shouldn't be, with women he shouldn't be with, Kimmi's silence grew heavier. But here's the twist. When people thought Kimmi was ignoring the noise, she was actually connecting dots. Behind closed doors, she started putting the pieces together. And then came the blow. Receipts.
Hear me call somebody and say, "Hey man," or "Hey lady, your guy's cheating on you."
I don't disagree. I'm not saying that you would.
Oh.
What I am saying is that you don't sit and be complicit in it as far as finishing out the evening. Because I wouldn't want the person that I'm friends with to think that I think this is okay. Even after the words come out of my mouth, your actions speak louder than words.
I believe that actions speak louder than words as well. And I don't know how many phone calls I've had with Melody and Martell about their situation.
I hear what you're saying, and it doesn't change my opinion.
Yeah, we're at an impasse.
Real, undeniable proof. Screenshots, messages, even photos that made it clear. This wasn't some innocent misunderstanding. Maurice wasn't just slipping up, he was living a double life. And the worst part? The woman at the center of the affair wasn't a stranger. She had been around before, someone Kimmi recognized. That kind of betrayal cuts deeper than any rumor ever could. When Kimmi went public, it wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic in the way you'd expect. She didn't scream or curse. Instead, she let the receipts do the talking. Calmly, directly, and with a quiet power, she showed the world exactly what she had been carrying in silence. Screenshots with pet names, hotel confirmations, conversations that left no room for doubt, even pictures, clear, time-stamped, and damning. This wasn't gossip. This wasn't speculation. It was fact. Fans were floored. Social media exploded. Twitter threads ran wild. Some fans cried out in anger, furious that Maurice could betray a woman like Kimmy, who had supported him through cancer, through family struggles, through the ups and downs of reality TV. Others, surprisingly, tried to defend him, claiming that men make mistakes and that maybe there was more to the story. But here's what nobody expected: Maurice's response. At first, silence, no comment, not even a denial. But as the storm grew louder and the receipts kept spreading, he finally broke. His defense? That the messages were taken out of context, that the photos were old, that people were assuming the worst. But when Kimmy dropped more evidence, his tune changed. He admitted it. Maurice confessed that he had made a mistake, that he had betrayed his wife. But instead of stopping there, he leaned into a narrative that made fans even angrier. He claimed it wasn't about the other woman, it was about him. He said he felt lost, overwhelmed, disconnected. He painted himself as a man under pressure, battling depression and anxiety, struggling with the weight of being a provider, a husband, and a public figure. He called the affair a cry for help. Some fans sympathized, saying it showed vulnerability, but many others weren't buying it. Because while Maurice was talking about his struggles, people couldn't forget that Kimmy had been fighting for her life through cancer treatments. She was showing up for him, for their family, for the show, while he was sneaking around behind her back. That contrast broke hearts, and it made Kimmy's calm composure hit even harder, because instead of spiraling, instead of falling apart publicly, she chose herself. She chose her peace. And she made it clear that her silence had never been weakness, it was restraint. Now that she's speaking, the game has changed. This scandal didn't just shake their marriage, it rocked the show, the fan base, and even the cast. Behind the scenes, producers were scrambling, sponsors worried, but ratings? They went through the roof. Because people weren't just watching Love and Marriage Huntsville anymore, they were glued to Kimmy's every move. And she knew it. Instead of stepping back, Kimmy stepped forward. She made it clear she wasn't going to let someone else tell her story. She wasn't going to let lies define her. And in one powerful statement, she reminded everyone why she's always been the backbone of this family. "This isn't about revenge," she said. "It's about truth. And I'm done protecting people who never protected me." That one line went viral. It's not just about cheating anymore. It's about betrayal, respect, and the painful reality of what happens when trust is broken in the most public way possible. Fans are still divided. Some believe Maurice can come back from this. Others think the marriage is finished for good. But everyone agrees on one thing: Kimmy's strength is undeniable. What's next for her? Nobody knows for sure. But one thing is clear: Kimmy has reclaimed her voice. And once a woman finds that kind of power, there's no going back. Because this isn't just another reality TV scandal. This is a woman who gave everything, only to discover she was fighting battles she never signed up for. And now, she's done protecting anyone but herself. So here's the question: can Maurice ever rebuild what he broke? Or is Kimmy finally stepping into the kind of freedom she's always deserved? Either way, one thing is certain: this storm isn't over, not by a long shot. And here's the thing: what we're watching isn't just drama for TV ratings. This is a woman's real life unraveling in front of millions, and she's handling it with more strength than most people could ever imagine. Kimmy didn't ask for this scandal, she didn't go looking for attention, and she definitely didn't deserve the betrayal that came with it. But now that the truth is out, she's owning her story in a way that changes everything. Think about it. For years, Kimmy has been the quiet one, the level-headed woman who didn't feed the gossip blogs, who didn't explode on camera, who chose grace over chaos every single time. And yet, while she was giving her husband the benefit of the doubt, he was sneaking around. That kind of betrayal isn't just about cheating, it's about disrespect. It's about making a choice to put your family, your partner, and your entire marriage at risk. And for what? A moment of escape? A thrill? A lie that could never stay hidden forever? Maurice can say whatever he wants now. He can talk about depression, pressure, or feeling disconnected. But the fact remains, Kimmy was fighting for her life, literally battling cancer, while he was out betraying her trust. That contrast is what makes this so painful for fans to even watch. Because while she was in hospital rooms, he was in hotel rooms. While she was holding the family together, he was tearing it apart. And now, the internet has made its judgment clear. Some are calling for Kimmy to leave him for good, to finally put herself first and walk into the kind of peace she's always deserved. Others believe people can change, that maybe this could be the wake-up call Maurice needed to finally step up and be the husband he pretended to be for so long. But the truth is, only Kimmy knows what her next move will be. What we do know is this: she's not staying silent anymore. She's not letting lies define her reality. And the calm way she released those receipts, the steady way she told her truth, proves that she's in control now. Not Maurice, not the show, not the rumors. Kimmy. So is this the end of their marriage? Is this the start of a new chapter for Kimmy where she puts herself first no matter who it hurts? Or will Maurice fight harder than ever to win back the woman he betrayed? That's the storm we're walking into. And if history has shown us anything, it's that on Love and Marriage Huntsville, the truth always finds its way to the surface. What do you think, family? Has Kimmy finally reached the point of no return? Can Maurice ever repair what he broke? Or is this the beginning of Kimmy stepping fully into her own power? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because one thing's for sure, this story is far from over.